Hit him with the intro, Chris.
The intro?
Yeah.
Is this where you introduce the new name?
The new name. Officially. It is officially. What's it called? Hit him with the name of the new car. 87 Camaro.
Slick Rick.
Alright, guys. Welcome back to another video here.
Woo!
We got Slick Rick in the house. That is the official name of the new Camaro. A little bit, I guess, we're all here collectively. We are all fans of Ric Flair. But we didn't want to just go out there and name a car Ric Flair. But it's white. And I'd say it's like catchy. Kind of gives you like a Miami Vice feel. You get all the Miami Vice feel?
Yeah, especially with the new shirt design.
Yeah, new design coming out.
Hey, you ought to put it in the video because go ahead and get it hyped because it's.
Oh, I'll get a hype. I'll put the new shirt design in the video. It might differ a little bit. This is just an initial rendering, but look right over here. This is a new shirt design for Slick Rick. We got a Slick Rick shirt coming out, and we're going with Slick Rick because we didn't want to name it Ric Flair because I feel like that's too easy. But Ric Flair, if you watch his videos, he refers to himself as Slick Rick. So, pow, we got Slick Rick in the house. We're going to talk about the chassis a little bit. Should we tell them about the power plant yet, or should we wait for do a whole nother video?
I think that should be an individual video.
Yeah,
so
and the drivetrain.
We'll do a whole nother video about engine and drivetrain and power adder. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the Holley stuff a little bit. We're going to talk about that. What I do to differentiate, we got a bunch of builds here. I have another one, which is like the Ellis Nasty Garage, but this is just the John Dock Garage. So that's what I'm signed into. Salty Chicken here. Let me see. We could probably just delete this. This is no longer needed. We'll leave it in there just for good memories. It's got some very informative part numbers and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about a little bit. So we're over here. My account portal, we're going to add a new wish list. I got like LT swap, some Black Sheep stuff, some Salty Chicken stuff here. This one we're going to call Slick Rick.
And anybody can have a garage with Holley. So anybody can create your own login. And what's really cool is you can put your car type, all your information, pictures of your car, and you can start like logging the wish list. And it keeps up with it and keeps you some good ideas for gift ideas for the family too. So.
All right, well, there it is, Slick Rick. We'll go in here to edit. Yeah, everyone, you can have a garage, and there's also a place where you can like update, like kind of like a blog, so you can give people like an update of what you got going on with it. So if you're adding new parts, your ETs, and people could follow it. So the Holley garage is pretty sweet. And what I do, like I said, is I create wish lists, and then I can kind of go down as I order stuff. I kind of mark it off and know what I get. We'll search our products. We're gonna add stuff to the wish list, and it's very simple. So I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna pull over a lot of stuff. So for instance, obviously we're not gonna run LS in this. That's as much as I'll say, but you can go over here, copy the part number, right? And then we'll open up a new page, Holley. We'll insert the part number here and Flowtech headers appear. You can click on it here, which I don't know how good you guys can see. I'll move in a little bit closer. And you can go over here and you can add it to the wish list. So right there, pow, you can add it to the Slick Rick wish list. We're not going to because we're not going to use this, but that's just a good example. So what we're going to do here is the first thing we're going to do. Now, I don't know if this is a hidden part number or not. This was sent to me. And if you like search this, I don't know if you do search this. Let's see if you search it, does it come up? I thought for a while that it was like a top secret part number. Not a lot of people use it. Oh, no, there it is. There it is. So I think before it was. This is what we use for a lot of stuff. It's very complete. So it's a Holley Dominator EFI turbocharged methanol kit. So that's what we do. Turbo stuff, turbocharged, and Holley Dominator. It's got a bunch of really good parts on here. This is what we have on the Black Sheep. The Colorado has some package very similar to this. Scroll down. These are some of the parts that are included. You got some 100 PSI pressure transducers, the NTK wideband, which is unnecessary for the methanol. It's one of the few widebands that could read the air fuel that low. Solid state relay, 6.8 dash. And obviously, if you have a different preference for dash, you can. Air temp sensor, Holley Dominator ECU main power harness, coolant temp sensor. Don't really use it, but you can. If you're not running water through the block, it's not really that, it's all right. Bosch style injector harness, something like this, may not use, depending on your configuration. Couple, you get two here, 200 PSI pressure transducers. The high flow dual solenoid boost controller kit, very good. We run this on just about every single car. Hall-Effects drive shaft sensor, that's good, very good, no drive shaft speed. J2A, 2B, J3, and J4. So the pin kit right there. G meter. This is where it gets good. You get the PRO275 CDI ignition box for all you guys that are running some big horsepower stuff. Very helpful. You got a collar. You got a mount for the drive shaft speed sensor. You got the CAN EGT kit. So this is very good. Goes through CAN bus. We run this on the Black Sheep. We're going to be running this on the Colorado. It's good to know EGTs. If you can have it and use it, you can. A universal harness. So whether you're on LS, small block forward, Hemi, 41X, this is a universal harness. With universal stuff, it's going to require some modification to make it work and fit nice. Injector driver module, in case you're running 16 injectors. 7-var map sensor for all of the boost, and a throttle position sensor along with traction control. So very inclusive. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to grab this and we're going to add it to the Slick Rick POW. Has been added to your wish list. So very sweet there. So if we go over here, let's go to my garage. Let me go to wish list. POW, there it is. We just added it to the wish list. I find this very helpful when you're getting parts. If you need to get different quantities, it's kind of like a build list of what you got going on. Let's see here. Cam sync with bracket. I think the new engine comes with a cam sync, does it not? We don't need to buy a cam sync.
It does. It's set on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
About 90% sure.
Some fitting. I'm just going through some other stuff here. Does it come with a Hall effect sensor, crank pickup, and everything like that, or we need to get that?
I think we need to get that.
We need to get that. All right. This one here is for a small block. We'll figure out. We'll get that later. Shifter we don't need. Don't need this stuff. I mean, that was really just like the meat and potatoes. I mean, I got one thing and it literally got everything. So, oh, look, here's other people's. Let's check out someone else's. What if someone is watching the video like, yo, that's my stuff. Here's a, it says LS swap because that's the engine. Look, it's a pretty good looking 99 Trans Am. Build 12 points. It's blue rear wheel drive. Who is it? Justin. That's all. Come on, we need more information than that, Justin. What's this one? 32 points. You got some pictures. Who is this? Mike. Mike's getting a showcase right here. 99 Trans Am 6-speed. LQ4 6-liter short block. It's got some 243 heads. Sloppy stage 2 cam. It's got some pack valve springs. LS6 intake. 80-pound injectors. On-3 turbo kit. 76mm. ECU. Factory. T56 Magnum. Pretty nice. QuickTime bell housing, monster clutch, her shifter, CTSV front Brembos. Okay, I see you, fam. I see you. All right, so we out here with Slick Rick. Just got the Pro Jacks under it. We're gonna throw it up in the air so you guys can get a look underneath it. It's looking pretty slick. All right, Phil. First impressions. What you think, Slick Rick?
I think we should name it White Privilege.
Oh, what?
White Privilege. I like the name White Privilege. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't care what anybody says.
You're not calling it that, Phil.
I'm calling it White.
So it's okay.
It's Slick Rick.
No, I like White Privilege.
There's already another car named that.
Where?
The one that I raced at Georgia.
Well, we got
the
a
white
gap
Camaro.
Well, we got to gap it for the name. We got to race it for the name.
No.
Can we not do that?
No, he can keep the name.
Why?
Because
is it going to run over us?
I don't want it.
Oh, damn.
Slick Rick. Here, what do you think, though? Like, seriously.
Why couldn't we name it Ric Flair?
Well, all right.
I like Ric Flair.
Slick Rick is what Ric Flair calls himself in interviews. I didn't want to call it Ric Flair because then that's just like, dude, anyone, oh, Ric Flair. But no, this is Slick Rick, a.k.a. Ric Flair.
You know, Ric Flair's a North Carolina native, so, you know.
Well, Slick Rick is Ric Flair.
I used to club with that dude. That's how old I am.
Nice. All right, what do you think, though? Like, have you opened the door? Have you peeked inside?
Yes, I have. It's a very nice car.
It is a very nice car. That thing's slick.
I can't wait to dick it up.
I'm sorry, what?
I can't wait to dick it up.
We got to build a turbo kit for a big motor.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know. We're going to have to find someone. It's going to come down to either you or Matt. I think everyone said you won the weld off, so maybe Matt will fit it up and you weld it out. Talk shit to Matt right now. Look in the camera and talk shit.
Hey, man. Well, that goddamn weak-ass hand you got off.
That's messed up. That is messed up. All right, so I'm gonna put this thing up in the air. We'll take a look underneath it. We'll pull the front end off so you guys can see what it looks like. It's got Mensers all around. It's got a Mosier floater, 9.5-inch ring gear rear end in there. It's got all the nice 4-link stuff. Double frame rail. It's a super nice car. So let's get to that. Yeah. Also, we're going Holley. In case anyone was wondering, I filmed the first part of this video. We talked about Holley. There's one part number that gives you everything you need for all the methanol turbocharged stuff.
Really?
Yes. It's badass.
Is that for you or is that for...
No, it's out there. Originally it was a private part number. Like, it didn't show up when you search it, but now if you search it, it comes up and it's got Dominator, MSD 600, EGTs, wiring harness, dual injector drivers. It's literally got everything. It's got your boost control stuff. I mean, it's...
So if you got 3 kids and you're married and you got that stimulus check like I did, you can afford that. he don't get a stimmy.
He's like Terminator.
Speaking of Terminator, what the hell is my Terminator?
Bo, I'll look today. I ordered a Terminator. I know. I never looked.
I know you never looked. That's why it's not here. It's probably still pending in the car.
I hope not. We got slick Rick up here on the Pro Jacks. Everything looks goofy. I didn't realize the floor is slanted this way, so the car is kind of slanted this way. I saw you taking a peek under there. What'd you think?
Explain this floating rear end thing.
The floating rear. Listen, I'll be honest with you. It's different than like a standard 9-inch. The axle, like with this style rear end, the axle can't come out of the car. Like it can't come out.
What do you mean it can't?
Like if you break an axle, there's no way that it can come out. But other than that, like I gotta do some research to explain to you guys what a floater is, because I've never owned a floater, so I've never looked at it. But I know this is way more badass than just a standard 9-inch.
I don't think you're gonna break an axle on this thing.
I'm just saying if I mean if you're out there making 3,000 horsepower, 3,500 horsepower, you never know.
I don't think. I'm pretty. What is this, like a 50 spline axle? 50.
It's actually a 95 spline axle. So.
Oh no! Put your balls away.
All right, let me get a light and we'll talk about what we got going on under here. This is at ride height. We jacked it up from the rear end, so you guys know if we put the Pro Jack mounts under the chassis and let the rear end hang, it'll go to full extension. This is at ride height, so the car is sitting a little bit higher than it would if it had a motor and transmission, everything in it, because there's less weight. So that's why it's sitting a little bit taller. And when you see it on the ground, it doesn't like tuck a tire. But once you put all that stuff back in there, it will sit down. But yeah, so let me get the light and we'll talk about what we got back here. All right, here it is at the front end off. A little bit different than the Black Sheep. What you guys will notice is there's no factory frame rail up here. So that's really the main difference. It's a double frame rail car. So it's got the bottom frame rail, or the bottom frame rail and top frame rail. They come all the way forward. Strutted front end. So again, this is part of that non-factory front suspension deal, where you just run, you know, like a pro model, like a strut cup and a strut, spindle mount front end there, and yeah, so that's how the front end is. Steering rack on there. It's got all the steering joints and everything. They're nice. They're set out the way. He did have a conventional headed big block in here.
Is it a nitrous car?
Twin turbo on gasoline.
Where are the turbos in the back?
No, he had turbos like one. Here's one of the turbo mounts right here. 94 right there and 94 right there. He had more millimeters than your entire camp in the Honda game on one car. He went.
Yeah, he's got twin 62, so.
Oh, I see you, big dog. Don't poke your eye out.
Big dick's back in
we got the car with the fire suppression system on there. Depending whether we go twin turbo or single turbo, we might have to change it, but it's all plumbed up. It sprays in the engine bay and then one in the driver's compartment. You can see the firewall here. It's not a factory firewall. But it was cut out for different things. He's got some grommets in there. He ran the charge pipe into the car where he had an air to water and then out back to the intake. So we'll patch that up. We're going to run it on methanol, so we don't have to worry about running an intercooler or anything like that. The brake lines are already all done and plumbed up. It's pretty simple up here, wouldn't you say? Pretty simple?
Yeah, pretty simple. Everybody that comes to Galot on Thursday nights need to get one of those.
Yes, it does have a belly pan for the engine and the transmission. They're separate. So
especially if you got a nitrous car.
Talk to him.
Please.
Talk to him.
If you're gonna bang your shit and it's only banging on one side, bro, just back it up. Alright, just back it up. You know your shit's about to let go. Just
park it.
Just park it.
Park
Thank
it.
you.
Take it to the street in front of your house. Let her go there.
Thank you. Because I'm not gonna pay $20 again to make one hit.
Yeah.
On top of the 150 I spent earlier that day to make 17 hits. But let's not talk about that.
Big money, Phil. And people try to call you a peasant.
I know. They call me poor.
You got their private.
Because I don't.
You got their private testing. How they call you poor and you got their private testing?
I don't know. Because I don't flash my money. I don't need to.
There was one or two people there.
Hey, everyone, in case you guys are wondering, Phil's got a Rolls. If you ever see it in the background of a video, it's Phil shit. Just FYI.
Speaking of streets, by the way, street car, it's got a VIN number.
Oh,
FYI.
hey, somebody wants to grudge race
Silver car?
the silver car on the street.
I bet they do. A lot of people do. Better get me before I give it away.
All
That's
right.
coming up soon. All right. It's got Alexan all around. It does have a VIN tag. I didn't even notice that. It does have a VIN tag.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, Joe Biden's coming for this car.
Oh, God. All right, we'll open it up here. We'll take a look inside. There is the transmission crossmember. That's where the transmission sits. It does have an exposed transmission, so this is kind of how it is. Transmission sitting there, bolts up to the bell housing, and drive shaft goes through the drive shaft enclosure. Carbon floors. It does have steel floors over here under the driver's side. It's got carbon everywhere else. It looks very nice. The cage work on it's awesome. I mean, yeah, everything looks really nice. So, driver containment area. It's got a parachute mount, parachute handle there. Kirky seat, window net, aluminum tubs, dual parachutes. Got a nice wing on there. But when we get my Milwaukee light, we'll climb under the back and we can see where everyone loses their shit. A radial car, 4-link, oodles of separation. Now this car has been very quick in the 60-foot. It's been sub 1 second in the 60-foot, so yes, it works. We'll start off here. It's got some Menser canisters on there. Everybody loves those. We run those on all of our cars. Look at this, got some TRZ brackets on there. Look at the size of that anti-roll bar, folks. That right there is absolutely insane. TRZ. Hey Phil, look at the size of this. Look at the size of this anti-roll bar.
Jesus Christ. That's a damn Civic exhaust.
Yo, is that not absurd how big it is?
Why does anybody need an anti-roll bar that big?
I mean,
Anti-roll bar.
yeah, you're trying to not roll. So, massive anti-roll bar. It's got the wishbone down there, and then it's got a very nice 9.5-inch ring gear. It's got an aluminum third member, and then it is a floater Moser rear end. And the floater stuff is different. I ain't never messed with it, but you could tell right off the bat. It's weird. The brakes are like way in, so like the entire brake rotor and caliper and everything's hanging out the middle.
Isn't that like what
Yes.
That's pro mod
the
shit.
Red Vet?
That's pro mod shit.
Red Vet.
No, it does not have a floater. It's just got like super backspace wheels.
Oh.
A floater, yeah, the floater rear end.
Damn, I was just trying to give him some credit. Shit, man.
Damn, bro, I wanted to shut him down there.
I mean, dude, the floater rear end stuff is
Got the Menskas on it.
yeah.
Was that a helper spring?
It's like a tender coil. So essentially, as it
Nut washer?
as it separates, you don't want the spring to have no pressure on it and just like wobble around, because then it could like come out of its spring pocket. So they put this on there. It really doesn't add any spring pressure, but it just keeps the spring kind of like in line. We run them on all our cars too. Anything that's got a bunch of separation, you'll see those. But everything, dude. I mean, this guy built this car himself. How nice is that?
Oh shit, it's pretty nice for somebody that built the car themselves, dude.
I mean, dude, his
Not gonna lie.
no, this thing is nice. I mean, dude, it's very
does
nice.
he do,
He's
like,
gotta do it for
this
a
shit
living.
for a living, or?
No, he doesn't do this for a living.
Fuck out of here.
That's
I
wild.
swear
Excuse
to
my
you.
language.
I swear to you.
Bro, this is pretty badass.
Yeah, this is the 4th one he's done.
I couldn't even do shit like this. So.
But no, this thing is very nice. So I'm super excited about it. The floor structure on it here, we'll crawl under here. We'll go further up. The floor structure on this thing, as you got to see here, here's the belly pan, belly pan. So everything underneath is pretty streamlined. Oh God, we're dying, folks.
Did you just flip it? Did you flip the battery?
No, I just twisted it over to the other side. Yeah, additional Pro Jack mounts on the 4-link, looks very nice. Carbon floors. I mean, dude, this car is just sweet. It's got some wheelie skis right up there. So it's just got a bunch of really nice stuff. We are all around here, everyone I know, and all the companies we work with, we're all super excited about this thing. So there's the rundown on it. The next thing we're gonna do is we'll talk about what engine combination and turbo combination. You guys know we're gonna run HOLLEY on the EFI stuff, so we got that figured out. But we'll talk about like specifics for transmission, specifics for converter, engine combination, intake, injectors, and what power adder we're going to be running. So there's your formal introduction to Slick Rick. You saw under the skirt, you saw inside of it, you saw the front end. It's badass. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.